Hey, mathematicians, we have a problem here with Mr. Fox. He is having a dinner party and we need to help him out. So let's read the problem. It says, Mr. Fox has 2 3/6 loaves of cornbread. Each loaf was cut into 1/6 size pieces. If he has 14 people over for dinner, is there enough bread for each person to have one piece? If each person gets 1/6 size piece, we need to find out how many 1/6 pieces are in 2 3/6 loaves. You can see here that I've drawn 2 whole loaves and I've divided it equally into 6 pieces. We have another half of a loaf, so I'm going to draw and show that we are going to take 3/6 of this loaf. So I'm going to draw 4, 5, 6. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to change my color so that we can see that we're just talking about 3 of these pieces. So we're not talking about the whole thing. Mr. Fox has 2 3/6 loaves. So what we're going to do is we're going to count up these individual pieces, and we know that he can serve 3 pieces from half of this loaf right here. But how can we count up and divide up the other 2 loaves? So we know that this is worth 1, but if it's divided into a unit fraction 1/6, it tells us that there's 6 equal pieces. So each entire loaf is equal to 6 out of 6 pieces. We know over here that this is 3 out of 6. So this loaf over here in the same way is also equal to 6 over 6 if I count up my unit fraction by 1/6. 1/6, 2/6, 3/6, 4/6, 5/6, 6/6. So 1 loaf is equal to 6/6. So now what we have, if we count each of these pieces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we count these 3 over here, I know now that I have 6, 6 plus 6, 6 plus 3, 6. We can count the pieces in the diagram, but we also know that when adding fractions with the same denominator, we can mentally add the numerators 6 plus 6 plus 6. So if I do 6 plus 6 is 12 plus 3, I know that I get 15 out of 6. This means that there's 15 1/6 size pieces in 2 3/6 loaves of bread. So we know that 2 3/6 loaves of bread is the equivalent to 15 over 6. So our question for Mr. Fox is there enough bread to feed 14 people? What do you think? Well, we know that he's trying to serve 14 people, and we have 15 1/6 slices. Then yes, there is enough bread for 14 people to each have 1 piece. There'll actually be 1/6 extra. In this problem, we renamed a mixed number 2 3/6. So this is my mixed number. We took 2 3/6, which is what we call a mixed number, and we wrote it as a fraction greater than 1. And in this case, the fraction greater than 1 becomes 15 over 6. I know it's greater than 1 because the numerator is bigger than the denominator. We use the size of the pieces in the fractional part of the mixed number to determine how many pieces make a whole, 6 in this case. So in this case, when we rewrote 2 3/6 as a number greater than 1, we found out that Mr. Fox had enough bread for all of his guests.